Okay, we're coming to you from the RHI studios, and I've got Alex Kalscheur here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, awesome. And so you might know Alex because his story has been out on the news and stuff. He's kind of famous around here, but he was in France on a family vacation. And can you tell him a little bit about your story and how you ended up at RHI?
No problem. So I turned 18, made my Eagle Scout, and so my parents sent me to France to kind of celebrate the whole thing. I was staying in Paris with family and friends, and on my 9th day of the trip, I went to Grenoble with the whole family for a party. We got there pretty late, around 11:30, and everything was kind of dimming down. I was getting bored, so I decided to go for a walk. You know, hey, I'm gonna go look at the stars. You know, I'm at a castle. It's beautiful. In the Alps. You know, it's pitch black, so you can't see anything, but you know it's beautiful.
Right.
But so I get up on this 2-foot wall and I'm looking at the stars, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. So I go to move around the wall and I step off the wall instead. I fall 30 feet and break my back. I distinctly remember falling and thinking to myself, hey, I'm still falling. And then a second later thinking, oh, this is not gonna be good.
Right.
Obviously it wasn't. I broke my 12th vertebrae, my 9th vertebrae in my back. Luckily though, there was 2 girls about 20 feet away from me who, they had warned me earlier to get off the wall, except they spoke in French, and I don't understand French, so I had no idea that they were talking to me.
Right.
But they had gotten up to go to bed, but one of them said, hey, wait a minute, where'd Alex go? So they ended up coming over to the wall, looking down and seeing me.
Oh,
I mean, if they had done that, I would have been there for hours.
Right.
It would have been forever.
Yeah.
Even funnier, there was actually 2 doctors at the party there with me.
Awesome.
It took about 30 minutes for the paramedics to arrive, so they were able to administer immediate first aid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was an interesting event. I mean, I remember after I fell, I rolled into an S position, so a spinal recovery position, and I remember telling jokes.
Right.
I remember trying to laugh and telling jokes.
Yeah. Just trying to get through that moment, right?
Right.
Right. And then you ended up here at RHI.
Actually, I was in Grenoble Hospital for 18 days.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting thing about socialized medicine.
Right.
It's not. No. Oh my gosh.
It's time to get home, right?
Oh my gosh. There was days that I would just cry the entire day to come home.
Right.
I mean, I was like, the care there is horrible.
Right.
I mean, I saw a doctor 5 doctors in 18 days.
Right. Yeah, different people. Yeah, it's time to get home.
Oh.
So there's part of this story. I'm going to share this. Your mom's, she's here, but she won't come out and be with us. So I'm gonna cover this part of things. She just told me an awesome story about when you got home, or no, you were still there, and somehow the word was out that you might have to stay there for 45 days just on your back, just like whatever kind of recovery that is. We're not sure. And a Facebook message showed up at Amy, that's Alex's mom's Facebook, and said, that is old technology. That's not how we do it anymore. You need to get him home as soon as possible, and he needs to be at RHI. So Julie Fessel was the one here at RHI that actually called Amy and told her, this is not the way to do it. We can help. We're the right place for this. And that's how you ended up here. Is that right?
Yes.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, it was so good to get back to America.
Good
and then when I got here, it was a complete 180. I mean, it was our 360 or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
But the care here, so much better than France.
Right.
Here was like heaven. I mean,
right. Well, this is the best place.
I mean, even when I went for my second surgery, because the doctors in France ended up leaving a piece of bone in my spine, about the size of a quarter. I was compressing about 80 to 90% of my spine, so I had to get a second surgery and get that removed. So after 2 weeks of being at RHI, I went to St. Vincent's and got that removed, and then came back for another 2 weeks.
Right, and by then you kind of knew everybody, and there was kind of a team Alex that you were working with, and and tell them a little bit about those people that you worked with. You told me about them earlier, but I want the folks to know.
No problem. So I had a fantastic team. My physical therapist is Kelsey, and she was really the one who pushed me to get up, move. When I was feeling bad or didn't want to do anything, she was the one who was like, okay, come on, get up. You know, you can do this. I know you can do this. You did this yesterday. I had a great occupational therapist, Emily, and her assistant, Leah. They taught me how to move around and still be able to do everything, even if I was in a wheelchair. They really taught me how to come home, and it was.
It's a journey. It's like, yeah, you need that support, and it's you know, I had they talk about it's work, it's a battle, but it doesn't have to be lost. You just got to jump in and fight that fight, right?
Right, and
yeah,
and friends are a major key in that, and we became friends.
Yeah.
It was literally a family.
Yeah.
It's good to be back here.
Yeah, they're our family, and when you come here, I'm sure you see everybody that's seen you before, and it's
Go,
like,
hey Alex, how you doing? You know,
exactly.
they ask about how I'm doing. It's
that's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
RHI really puts
Yeah.
the patient first. It's really.
They
incredible.
mean it when they say that a lot, and they mean it.
Yes,
you know?
they do.
Yeah, it's all in the halls and everything. So what's the future for you looking like? Oh, you got tell them you got discharged.
So I got discharged 2 weeks ago.
What?
Thank you. And so I am currently at St. Vincent's doing outpatient there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, sorry. But I am working on walking, and so I'm still progressing through that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And how do you like being back and seeing everybody? Is it
It's
good?
great.
Yeah.
It's like a second home to me. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it's great.
That's family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once you become part of RHI, it's like you're part of the RHI family.
We played board games together. I mean, come on. It's great.
That's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to show you how he's really doing. Let's do it. That's what's going on. That's what's up. That's what we do, right?
That's
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. So thank you so much. Thanks so much
Thank
for dropping in on us. We really appreciate it, and best of luck to you. You're doing really great. So
Thank you.
We knew, a lot of people know your story, but this is today. This is what's going on, and we're so proud of you. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys. Can't beat this.